Hello, hello. This is my video for pastel triangles. So, um, basically, I'll be talking about pastel triangles and just basically what they are useful for. So, I had to look this up because I wasn't quite sure of myself what pastel triangles were used. But after looking it up, it seems that pastel triangles are used for probability theory, which seems weird, and also for combinatorics and in algebra, which is what we are using it for today. So, the pastel triangle is basically something you'll use in algebra, which is a set of numbers that you'll be given, which will be parentheses, or an example, parentheses x minus 1 by the power of 4. And basically, you'll be finding out the long version of it, which we explained in the lesson before this. So I'll give 3 examples on the pastel triangle. So let's say we have, let's see, this is top of the dome. Let's say, it doesn't really matter. Let's say we do x plus, we'll do something easy first, right? X plus y, and we'll do 3. So, pastel triangle is fairly easy to do. I'm sorry, I'm gonna make it as dark as here. I'll use pen, just, you can probably see it better. I know I have low quality camera, I'm sorry. So, a pastel triangle is something you'll use in algebra to, like it said, probabilities, something like that. So, let's say we have x plus y, right? So, a pastel triangle is basically looks like this, where it has ones coming down, and basically you fill them in. So if I had 1, 1 here, you would basically add these together, which would give you 2. And then you would continue down the line, right? So for x plus y, right, that means we're going to have 3. 3 numbers going down. So you first start with the first one. Now the first one does not count when you do it. It's only the ones after the 1 that count as 3. So you put your 1, and then you do 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. And basically it's always going to be 1. So what you do is you add them. So you take your 2 1s right here, and you add it by 2. And then slowly you'll go down and down, so maybe a 4 or 5 or 6. So you take these 2 numbers right here, you'll take your 1 and your 2, and you'll put a 3. You take your 2 and your 1 right here, and you make it a 3. So once you get to this point, yes, a lot of times this is the pastel triangle right here. And just to give it a little bit more depth on it, I'll show you what you do when you want it fully simplified. So what you do is you take your 2 numbers. So I have an x and a y. So what I do first is I'll take my x, and since there's 4 here and there's 3 here, this is what we're... Oh no, I did something wrong. One, two, 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 3. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. So basically, yeah, you take your 2 numbers. So first is x. So it's going to be x, and then 0. And then basically you take your y, and you do y 3. And then since it's a plus, it'll be plus all the way through as we do this. So we'll then do plus, and basically you just add on, except you'll add a 1 to the x, and you'll minus from the 3. So It'll then be x1, y2, plus, it'll always be plus, it's plus up here, x2, y1, plus x3, y0. Now as you can see, each one of these will always add up to 3. So 0, 3, that adds up to 3, 1 and 2, that's 3, 2 and 1, that's 3, and 3 and 0, that's 3. This is your simplified answer right here. That is your complete answer. This is the pastel triangle, and this is breaking it down. So we'll do another one. So we did x plus y3. I'm trying, these are very easy, but I'm trying to make these, seem as hard as, make sure you get a challenge out of you understand. So let me just move my microphone. I hope you can hear me still. Okay, so basically, oh my god, I don't want to mess this up. Okay, so basically, well, let's do another one. So I'll go over here. So let's do parenthesis, and then we'll still do x, but this time we'll do minus z. So let's see. So if it's minus, it's different, and then we'll do 4 this time. So same thing we did. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing. You add your 1s, get your 2, get your 3, bring it down. So now that it's down 4 times, add a 4 here. These two 3s right here equal to a 6, and then these 3 right here adds to a 4. So it's 1, 4, 6, 4, and 1. This is your pastel triangle right here. But we're gonna go down further, which is the simplified answer, like this one. So what we're gonna do is, since it's a minus, you have to remember it's not going to be plus like these ones are. It's going to be minus instead. So what you do is, we're going to take it down like we did. So we're going to do x, 0, and then z, 4. Or, yeah. But this time, it's actually going to start with a minus. And what we'll do is go minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. I'll always be like that. Minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. So the first one is minus. Then we do x1, z3 plus x2, z2 minus, and then x3, z1 plus, and then that's x4, z0. Just like that. Sorry I went a little bit off. Sometimes these can be a lot longer. Like if you were to get 6 or 7, right? I didn't mean to do that as a joke. I'm sorry. But no, seriously, it can be really long sometimes, and you'll need a lot of room to write it out. I didn't, know how long this was going to be. But that's a minus. Now this is going to be a little bit different. It's not that hard to remember. So we'll do same thing, x plus, but this time we'll do 1, and then we'll do 5. This is where it gets different. When it's a 1, it's still sort of the same as this. You just have to remember to, not get confused or mixed up with it. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now that we have our 5 here, we do the same thing we did before. We do 2, 3, 3, 4, 6, 4, and then we get down to our 5th row. So this is 5, and then 4 and 6 is 10, 10, 5. So we have 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. That is 6. Now, the next step, of course, is to simplify it. This is your this is your pastel triangle. But, of course, we want to simplify this down further, which is what we're going to do. So I'm going to do it over here on the side where I have as much room as possible. So, we start with x, 0. This is where the 1 comes in. You do 1, and then you do your number. So this is going to be 5. And since it's plus, it's just going to be plus all around. So plus, and then it'll be x1, and with another 1, 4 plus x2, 1, 3 plus x, and then 3, 1, 2 plus x, 4, 1, 1 plus x, 5, 1, 0. Now, another thing that will bring into mind is this. When you have an x by the power of 0, this can be simplified down. All of these can. Although I'll show this one since this could be the hardest one since it's the longest. It's tedious, you could say. So, basically, this x will be brought down, simplified. If we were to simplify it, this x would just go away. Same with the one at the end, the 1 by the power of 0. So really this would just be 1 power 5 plus x1, 1, 4 plus x2, 1, 3 plus x3, 1, 2 plus x4, 1, 1 plus just x5. And that is it. That is all you need to know about Punnett squares, basically. So, thank you for listening to me for almost 12 minutes. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is how you do Punnett squares. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again another time, maybe. Goodbye.